The showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
This feels like something, Rob, I've been practicing for a long time. 1986, I think we met. You were at the Daily News. I was at United Press International. We've been fighting ever since. We get to do it on live television now. Fun.
And no doubt, Joel, yes, we've been fighting the press box for years, and it's great to bring it to the national audience.
So let's go through our questions here. Justin Verlander on this air today, MLB Network, 1 p.m., makes his Mets debut. Does the Mets season hinge on that veteran right-hander's 40-year-old arm?
I think it does. I mean, he was huge last year for the Astros, obviously winning the Cy Young, a comeback player of the year. He was tremendous. And when you add a guy like that to your rotation, you don't have long losing streaks. They have Scherzer, of course, but you got to be able to go into it when we talk about the postseason with the Mets. And if you have those two pitchers at the top of your rotation, it makes a difference. And it makes it a tough task to beat both of those guys. So Verlander's huge. He hasn't pitched all year. He has to stay healthy for the Mets if they want to make a real run. But I do believe he's key.
He's key. I think that they could be fine. I think they can get to the playoffs with either Scherzer or Verlander struggling. I remember all the way 12 months ago, Jacob deGrom didn't pitch for the first 3-4 months of the season. They still won 101 games. They had Edwin Diaz. They were deep. But, boy, do the Mets really need at least one of them, if not both of them, to start giving innings to protect the bullpen that doesn't have Edwin Diaz. Question two.
But Joel, let me say this. For the Mets and the money they've spent, it ain't about making the playoffs.
Well,
it's about getting to the World Series.
I'd worry about them burning out their bullpen early. I mean, we're talking about until this week when they got him back, they were missing 4 starters. They just lost 2 games against, gave up runs to the worst offense in the sport. Got to get in. This isn't the NCAA tournament in Duke. They're just going to get invited for the heck of it. You got to win enough games during the regular season, even with 6 teams getting in. And so that might be a problem, pushing a 38 and a 40-year-old to do enough to simply get in. And then what do you have come October, even if you get in? One of the players the Mets looked at seriously in the offseason, Rob, was Carlos Correa. Them and the Giants both had agreements with Correa at some point. Are those teams fortunate that they didn't sign Carlos Correa?
At least to the start of the season they are. Now, he could heat up. Things could turn around.
Oh, that's wishy-washy. Things could turn around for the first 5 weeks of the season.
No, but I'm going to say this. No wishy-washy from me. Joel, you know me. I'm a yes or no guy. And what I'm going to say is they are better off that they ran the other way, not only because of the 206 batting average, but because he's talking about pain in his back. That's what scares me. And he said himself that it's the pain elsewhere. That's even worse. So he's got another pain issue in his back. Joel, you can't tie your shoes without your back. So then you're trying to swing a bat, run the bases, play the infield. I'm sorry. When you talk about a back with a major league player, I'm afraid. Go ask Don Mattingly, whose career was derailed by a bad back.
Don Mattingly, David Wright, the back. We lost track of the back a little bit, Rob, because we were talking so much about the ankle, which is the reason he didn't pass physicals with both the Giants and Mets. I will say this. He is traditionally a slow starter. I would still bet on him getting his act together. My fear for him is the long term with the back and the leg. I still think he'll be an above-average player this year, and the Twins will like him in 2023. I want to point out, this is your question. Your question. Are the Pirates bologna or filet mignon?
I'm going to go with filet. I know people don't want to believe it. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates. This team has lost 100 games and 101 games the last 2 years. So nobody wants to buy into this team. They got a payroll of $28, $75 million. I get all of that. But I look at certain things. They're pitching 4th best in the National League, 9th best in baseball. And the team is, because they're so cheap as far as payroll, Joel, what you can do to add and fill out your rotation later on in the season, if this continues, is you can go get a couple of rentals of some pitchers who are going to be available once their teams fall out. And then you add those to what you have. They got a young, exciting team. The numbers add up. I'm all in on the Pittsburgh Pirates. We are family. I am family with the Pirates.
Wow, we just got old. 1979. We are family. I'll say this, Rob. To me, success for the 2023 Pittsburgh Pirates. Look, if this door opens up and they could be a playoff team, great. But if they were told at the end of the season that Oviedo, Keller, Contreras, that they made it through the season in their rotation really well, that Jack Sawinski is the player he showed us early this year to join Brian Reynolds in that outfield, maybe Connor Joe, like, they're still about, to me, the success. Filet mignon this season for them is about continuing to put the pieces in place to be good for an extended period of time. That's filet mignon for me this season.
Yeah, when you get off to such a great start as they have, you want to build on it. If they just play 500 baseball the rest of the year, they're approaching 90 wins, Joel. That's how close they are. When you get off to this kind of start, it changes the trajectory of your season. Coming in, what you just said made sense. But once you start winning at the clip that they've won, then you got to ask for more and expect more. They can do better than just getting through the season. Let's get back together on Memorial Day and see what their record is and have this conversation again and see if their trajectory has changed. Rob, it's always great seeing you and talking to you since 1986. No doubt, Joel. Always a pleasure. I love the hair and the glasses. Thank you.